everybody? It is me, Jurassic Master, here to say that today we're doing a breakdown on episode 2, season 1 of Loki. But this was a good episode. I have some big theories. I have some theories brewing in my head. But yeah, I'll say them at the end. But yeah, let's get started. Warning, there will be spoilers, so if you do not want any spoilers, click off the video now. This is your warning, but if you don't care for spoilers, then continue watching. But if you haven't seen the episode yet, go watch the episode, and maybe come back and watch this. So in the show, they talk about, I know this is like really late in the show, I couldn't find anything important that was like, hey, this is important to remember, but in the episode, towards the beginning, they talk about different Lokis that they have caught in the past and had to destroy or whatever. I personally think that is going to be a very big role going down the road. I will explain later in the video because I need one more thing to kind of back up and prove my theory. So we see this pencil, and I thought this was Spider-Man's high school. But it is not. I could not find anything for this pencil. Like, literally, I could not find a single thing. Like, there was nothing for it. Which seems really weird that they made it pretty obvious that you have to remember this, but I couldn't find anything on it. So, seems a little suspicious. I think it's funny when Loki's trying to demonstrate and show where the time variant person could be. I think it's really funny when he grabs the bowl of salad and like put in all the salt and pepper and stuff, and then he goes to grab the can, and the can's empty. And then he goes to another table, and he sees this guy, and it's the same guy with the Infinity Stone paperweights, which I think is funny. Of just like he said you, and I thought it was really funny. I'm just like, oh no, I just thought it was funny. I don't know. It was really funny to see them be like, oh, it's you again. I don't know. I thought that was really funny. So there's a scene where they're sitting down and they're talking about jet skis, and I thought that was a little suspicious of like him wanting to be on Mobius wanting to be on a jet ski across the time, which I'm kind of wondering if later in this show he's going to be on jet skis at some point, riding the timeline maybe. But it felt off, but it also seemed like a red herring of like, yeah, look at the birdie, this is totally important, but I don't think it is. But if it is, I want to say that I did call it from episode 2. I don't know, it just seemed just enough off of a thing that's like, it seems important, but doesn't seem so important that you need to be like, I have to remember that. That is the most important thing. So yeah. So they talk about the year Kaboom Berry, or Kablooey berries, or Kablooies were in 2049 to 2051. And the thing is, there's nothing really there for that. It's just, it seems off. And I feel like it's going to be important. Like, those are going to be dates, and these are going to be, because they talked about a lot of events happening then, of like, oh, the tsunami of this year, the Kabibo mountain exploding in 49. Like, they seem just enough off to be like, hey, why did you mention those dates? That seems a little suspicious of you to say. I don't know, that felt a little suspicious. Also, we did see a sign that had the numbers 372. 372. Now, this doesn't really make any sense, but this number is the comic book number. So in this one, basically Thor messes up the timeline or does something that he's not supposed to, and basically the time variants come after him, which I thought was a really cool callback of like doing that. Like, it seems so, like when I first watched it, I'm like, what is that? What does that mean? It was like, I don't care what you guys are saying, what does that mean? I need answers now. And I was like, it seemed really off. So I was like, I gotta know what that is. And it was this. The comic book. Oh, ooh, whoa, whoa! This is a lot. Rock's cart. Well, Rock's cart doesn't really have anything, but if you replace cart with Roxxon, you will get this building. Now, the thing about this building is, basically to put it in like super short, quick terms, it's basically like a villain company. There are so many villains in here. There was there was a lot of villains. So this is basically a villain company, and I'm kind of wondering if we're going to see and deal with later down the road in the MCU. I'm wondering if we're going to see some of the villains from this place. I don't know, possibly. So the girl who gets kidnapped is constantly saying they're real, they're real, they're real. Now, out of context, that seems pretty random. I think she saw somebody or multiple people of the same person and is saying they're real. They're real. She knows that there are going to be a lot of certain characters. And I will not say who those possibly are. So the big twist is that it's a girl. It was pretty obvious from episode 1 and from the trailers that it was a girl. Like, it was pretty obvious of, like, they're not showing the face, and it was pretty obvious. Like, even from the trailers, I'm like, they're not even, if they're not going to show the face, it's probably a girl. And that's what they're going to, yeah, it was pretty obvious that they're going to do that. Which I think is cool that they're doing that, of switching up the gender. I don't really care for it. I'm like, yeah, cool, you did it. Good job. But we're introduced this new Loki called Lady Loki, and that is from the comics. There is a Lady Loki in the comics. Right before we go to my theory, because I'm about to tell you a big theory that I have, that's going to be the next big thing. This is after that. We actually get a closer look at the snow globe, and the snow globe is in San Diego. So something happened in San Diego that had the high school thing and got a snow globe. So, well. These charges were all teleported at the same time, and a whole bunch of them. And when they got teleported, there was a lot of branches branching off in random places. Now, what is causing them? Pretty obviously the charges. Now, I have a theory. It's time for Jurassic Master's theory on what's going to happen with this series. I think, at first I was thinking, oh, they're going to random places, or they're going all straight to the time variance of beginning time and middle of time and end of time, and it's like destroying it completely. And then I'm like, it's probably not that. So I thought, okay, maybe she's dropping all of these charges right before there would be a giant crack or a giant branch into the universe. And I was like, that seems a little too random. So I'm like, okay, what could it be? And then it hit me. What if these aren't supposed to be random? What if these all, because at the beginning of the episode, they did talk about, they captured and exterminated a lot of Lokis. And Loki, Lady Loki is the one who's causing this giant branch off. What if each one of these is a different variant Loki? And by the end of it, she's going to try to make sure that they don't get deleted. So she's deleting the time variants to stop them, the Loki, and they are still out there. And so she's going to bring them all together and destroy the TVA or take over the TVA. And then maybe in the end betray them all for herself. That is kind of my theory at the moment, of each one of these branches is one of the Lokis. I think these are going to be all Lokis, and we're going to see variants of Lokis. I don't know. That's kind of what my theory is at the moment. But I don't know. That's my current theory. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But I think that's all I have to say. So, thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me that you took the time to watch the end of this video. I miss doing breakdowns. I genuinely do. I will hopefully be having a video that comes out earlier today that is about FNAF. Or it's that this episode's going to be a day or two late, which I'm fine with, honestly. But yeah, if this video's a day or two late, I'm sorry. I was working on a Scott thing because Scott has sadly quit doing FNAF, and I was very sad about it, and so I thought I would make a video about it. And that's what mainly I'm going to be prioritized on for today and tomorrow. When I mean today or tomorrow, I mean 2 days before this episode's probably released. But I'm going to stop ranting and say thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me that you took the time to watch this video. And remember, earbuds and pencil sharpeners and dragon walruses do not belong in the laundry bin.